on, kids, gather round. Hush, hush. I know you're excited, but I need you to just get into your little elements. Okay? Get into your zone. Okay? Because we're about to discuss a fantastic man and artist. This is a man who, my gosh, is a star. He's a boy that you holler at when he's passing in the car. Okay. And he is daddy-o, and he can make me dance. Okay. Listen. Wizkid boy, star boy, Wizkid is a man who can get it. That nigga can definitely get it. Get what you might ask. Triple platinum plaque. That's what I'm talking about. Get your head out of the gutter. But for real, guys, we are here to discuss and unpack and really just get into Made in Lagos by Wizkid. This is by far definitely going to be an album that collects all the streams, 30% of which I'm certain are coming from my cell phone. I promise you. Anyway, he's gonna collect all the streams, gonna collect all the monies, and he most certainly will be collecting all the girl them in the world via this music, bruv. Yo, where do I begin? Let me begin at the start, to the beginning. 29th of October, Wizkid drops Made in Lagos. It was initially supposed to drop on the 15th of October, but for obvious reasons, particularly pertaining to NSARS and everything, like all the unrest that was happening in Nigeria, it obviously did not make sense for him to drop it. It would have been very tone deaf if he did. Beyond just the fact that it's insensitive, but also I think for him as an artist, as a Nigerian, before he's an artist, before he's a musician, as someone who is made in Lagos, obviously you're not in the headspace emotionally. I think everything NSARS that we were engaging with on the internet that we saw in our own little spheres of the world was so like heartbreaking and gut-wrenching. I can imagine how much more amplified that was for someone who's from Nigeria. So it makes absolute and total sense that he didn't drop it when it was meant to be dropped. The premise for the delay of this project was because of the unrest in Nigeria. Prior to that, however, it definitely took Wizkid 3 years to drop an album for us, child. The last album he gave us was Sounds from the Other Side, and my thoughts on that album are quite like, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest Wizkid fan prior to this album, truly. Like, this album has sparked a different kind of love for him that I have now. Sounds from the Other Side was definitely dope, but it didn't feel like a cohesive body of work. I think in Sounds from the Other Side, he was definitely trying to still just sort of consolidate his position as a, like, world famous artist, and he wanted to show us, sort of flex his muscles on, hey bro, like look who I can get on the song. He had Major Lazer on there, he had Boosie on there, he had Ty Dolla $ign on there twice, he had yeah baby, the one and only original Jamaican Drake. A lot of the sounds on Sounds from the Other Side, literally Sounds from the Other Side, were sounds from everywhere, really. But I think this album was just Wizkid saying, yo, okay, just listen to me for a second. This felt like a proper representation of Wizkid's music and Wizkid's, like, the things that he enjoys musically, particularly musically and like sonically. First impressions of this album cover, elite. I think it's also worth mentioning there's so many things that changed in the critical days before this album dropped, but it's also worth mentioning that the album cover was not meant to be this for the longest time, and he actually released an image of what was going to be the album cover for Made in Lagos, and that one is definitely a lot more representative of Lagos. If you look at it with like a contextual lens and you understand what, you know, the landscape in Nigeria is, the literal landscape of Nigeria is in Lagos, I think in particular, then you'd understand what certain parts and images of this picture was. So that's Lekki Ikoyi Link Bridge, that's the Three Wise Men, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of references on that first album cover to Nigerian landmarks and phenomena that he makes. So I still am very keen to hear what inspired the switch up to this album cover, even though this album cover is extremely beautiful, and for me, obviously, I think it's just amazing. And I want to say, I have searched and looked to try and find who the photographer was, and I can't find it, and I just want to know who took this photo, bruh. Like, Honestly, and who styled you? This looks like it could be in a Vogue spread, in a GQ spread, bro. Those trousers, those pants, can I just... The structure, Jesus. Yo, anyway, you open it and you've got 14 tracks, 52 minutes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Every song in there is perfectly sequenced for me. I think the way it starts from the start to the end has a beautiful flow throughout. It's generally a very mid-tempo album. It's got a very strong reggae and like island Caribbean influence and sound. There's dancehall elements in there. There's a couple R&B songs. I think even I would even say one real R&B song. That's the one with LMI, which I loved, much to my surprise, and I'll get into that later. But sonically in general, I just like the way it sounded. I don't think Wizkid did a lot on this project. Anyway, it opens with Reckless, really mellow, really cool vibe. There's a bit of a sax in there. There's some sexy vibes going on in there as well. I think it sets the tone beautifully for the album. I think it was a nice intro. Didn't do too much, but it was just like easing you into the vibes for the, you know, the ensuing songs. First time I heard it also, the saxophone, I was like, that's very Burna Boy of you. Surprise, surprise, next song featuring Burna Boy. If you want to make a ginger kawiki, the bola. Anything you want, nigga, show you my banana. Why are you showing me a banana? Burna Boy, Burna Boy, Burna Boy. Stoned. Naughty. What please. Ginger was nice. Ginger slapped and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. The first song we had, Wizkid Burna Boy, was Sponono. And for me that song was nice, but it didn't hit that hard. Like, it didn't hit the way I wanted a Wizkid Burna Boy song to hit. This song, Ginger, was that. This song was them saying, oh, bitch, you thought? And then the next feature right away was Skepta. I was genuinely just like, bruh, what is you doing? Like, can you let us breathe? Because when these two link up, it's always a madness. Skepta was also very much on a very similar flow to Energy, but I don't think I'm mad at it really. But this genuinely, like at some point as I was listening to it, I was like, I can genuinely, like after Skepta's voice, you can, if you come in at the right time, you can just come in and say, Energy, stay far away, 100%. Listen. Bankuli. Wait. Bad energy, stay far away. Make you stay far away. If you're a DJ, take notes, sweetie, and you do that transition, okay? You do that the next time you're DJing. So yeah, anyway, his flow on this song and his flow on Energy are very similar, but I definitely am not mad at it because it works, sweetie. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then after a long time, Mighty Wine came in and that was a bit more relaxed, but this is what I want to really discuss. This next feature for me. Okay, I think in Wizkid's entire career, this is my favorite artist who he's ever featured with. Definitely, actually, I'm certain of it, is Damian Marley for several reasons. First reason, do you know how hard it is to get Damian Marley on your song? Damian Marley isn't here. Damian Marley doesn't go around singing for anybody. The last time I think I heard Damian Marley really on a song, I could be wrong because I'm literally just going off the top of my head, but I think it was Jay-Z's 444 on BAM. Gangsta no live in a tenement yard. Rude boy no live in a tenement yard. I'm chatty fuck up pretty strong kind of shit nigga hove. Yes, remember that? That was in 2017 if I'm not mistaken. Mind you, 2017 was also the year Damian Marley dropped his own album Stony Hill, which changed my life. I'm not even playing with you. That album made me so woke, bruh. It was so philosophical. It was so real, man. It elevated me, man. And those same vibes come out in this project, man. When they speak about their families, they speak about, you know, their lives and just being grateful for what they have, you know. Man said, I keep it nappy and I do what make me happy and nobody can deny me that I'm blessed. Nah, but it's too nappy songs, bro. I'm gonna hide that shit. I'm gonna hide that one, boy. He makes me very proud to be black. He makes me definitely very proud to have my nappy hair and be proud, man. Be happy about it, man. So yeah, Damian Marley definitely brings a genuine, like, human, real element to this project. Those same good vibes that Damian Marley brings on Blessed, that same content, that same message of life and love and family carries right into the next song, Smile, featuring her. That's what I mean by album sequencing. There's some continuity there, and it's really, really nice to hear and to actually see. When you watch the music video for Smile, you see this great, beautiful Africa, happy people, happy vibes. There's Wizkid in there, his sons are in there, he's there smiling on the tennis court. I just love everything about this video. Yeah, these two songs are genuinely the only two songs I can play for my mom in the car from this album. The rest of them, I'm just gonna tone it down a little bit and sit down and just say, I don't know what that is. I don't know that song, sorry. Then he turns around. Let me just show it's this piece of me. Yeah. Come and get it, baby. Yes, guys, me. Do you know, I actually feel like I need to stop saying that I don't like R&B, because I feel like I've said that every episode. I say it, then I go on to negate it by saying, but I like this R&B song. It's over. I like R&B, okay? Because LMI on Piece of Me, I was just like, oh my god. They definitely 100% tap into an R&B sound that I don't think is replicated or reflected anywhere else on this album at this scale. Maybe perhaps with Essence, but LMI really took it to like peak R&B. And I liked it. I really did like it. Let me tell you guys, no stress. I got a pretty baby, we don't like no stress. She got her own, but she needs some love. I love the song so much. And I love that also it's just Wizkid on the song. He can hold his own as much as he can hold his own when he's on a feature with a hectic person. What a guy, man. What an artist. Truly, guys, this album really opened up a different kind of love for Wizkid that I don't think I really had at this scale before. Really, I don't. No Stress was a beautiful song, and it was followed by Song of the Year. Every day on Instagram, true love. Your story, one story, true love. Next story, true love. Hey, Batum, can I go Batum? Can you let us breathe? Can you actually let us breathe? Is this song and Essence? Those two songs, how you guys love them, they're by Insta, hey? How you love them, they're by Insta. I'm not mad at it. It's great for the artists who are featured. I genuinely also get it. The songs both slap 100%. So go off, sis. Get in there. Enjoy it. Finesse it. Actually, no. Shout out. Yeah. Because both those songs, I love them so much, particularly because they specifically feature artists who are at the beginning phases of their careers. Teiwa is very recent and very new on the block. In terms of the mainstream, and I think he definitely is still breaking into the mainstream, but I think he started getting a bit more notoriety last year, towards the end of the year, and definitely now after this project definitely is an artist of note, and I think has definitely gained a lot of publicity from being featured on a Wizkid project. This song was also featuring projects. He's from Jamaica, reggae artist. He's the son of a very famous reggae producer, reggae dancehall producer, but he himself can clearly hold his own as an individual artist. I love that he was on this project together with Teiwa, and man, they were both just incredible on the song, and it shows in the fact that everyone loves it, man. Make us sing, make a dance, make it be like do re mi fa so la ti do. This is the feature, guys. Terry being featured on the song is everything. He is born in 1999, a little youth. And little Wana, he's 19 years old, doing this on a song with Wizkid. Okay, this is the one song on this album. I think this is the one song on this album that feels like a pure Afrobeats song, and like Afrobeats in the way that we knew it, like the OG, like Wizkid, Afrobeats, Nato C, The Bunch, P Square. Afrobeats, Two-Face, Afrobeats, Banky W, Afrobeats. This feels like an Afrobeat song, and it's really, really refreshing. This album is generally just a huge Afro reggae, R&B fusion vibe. So to just go and say, this song I can hear at a wedding. You know what I mean? I can definitely hear this song at a wedding, at a proper African wedding. They're like, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. She go dance, yo, oh, they go dance, they go. Yeah. I love the song. So I really, really like Roma. And then the last two songs of the album just close it off beautifully. Jarrett, yo, beautiful, beautiful. Wizkid said that he would drop a video for every single one of the songs in this album. He literally said that. Some of them he's already recorded videos for and he's just sitting on. There's already some that are already out. And they're all just beautiful masterpieces to look at. Who styled you in this video? Who was in charge of set design? Like the colors that I'm seeing, the clothes that I'm seeing, the makeup that I'm seeing, it's so beautiful to see. And I just want to know who you are so I can follow you on the gram, bruh, and see the rest of your work. You know, so I really wish artists were more loud. I mean, the fact that I have to dig to find out who the photographer of this album cover was still pains me and it hurts me. And I still don't know who it is. I still don't know who it is. I still don't know who styled you. Those pants, those trousers were incredible. I want to know who's in charge of them. Who made them? You know, especially when Wizkid says he worked with, everyone on this project that he worked with was from Africa. And like, was black essentially. Was from Africa and diaspora, etc. But like, you're black, you're African. So I want to know who they are more so for those reasons. You get me? So yeah, the visuals are really awesome. I just really would like to know who the creatives behind the videos were. Loved the visuals. I'm very excited for the visuals that are to come. Loved every single one of the features. Loved every song. There is not one throwaway in here. Sonically, it's beautiful. I love the fusion of sounds that Wizkid really like tapped into at a different level on this project. I keep wanting to compare it to songs from the other side because I feel like there were so many things wrong about songs from the other side. As much as the songs were nice, some of the things just didn't make sense to me, and I really think he rectified a lot of that on this project. Oh, one thing that I do wish is there was a song that he released as a single called Jam featuring Chronix, and I really wish it was in here because I think it would have fit perfectly into the sound of the project. But like, that's a minor thing. You can still listen to it as a single. I just think it would have been great in the album as well. So anyway, that's Dead on Dead, sweetie. Thank you very much if you've watched this far. This was a great album to review and I really enjoyed getting into it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave your faves in the comments, your current fave or your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, man, I hope you enjoy and have yourselves a good one.